Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. This one is going to be a different one, like really different. So if you don't know me yet, my name is Daniel. I do productivity, mental health, and what I call mindful productivity content here on YouTube, but that's not what this video is going to be about. This is going to be a more honest video because lately I have been feeling like a failure all of the time. And the reason why I put out productivity content and I make productivity content is because productivity and just becoming more structured has had a huge impact on my life. I feel a lot better now than I did 4 or 5 years ago, but there are still some times that are harder than others, and I've been in one of those right now. It started back in December and it has only gotten worse and worse and worse. I feel like a failure. I feel like I fail at every single thing I do all of the time. I go to work and I do the things I have to do, and a lot of people tell me that it's good enough or even great, but I still feel like a failure all the time. I come home, I sit in front of the computer to work with my clothing brand, and I feel like a failure. I continuously feel like if someone else did the job, if they had hired someone else, if someone else had co-founded the clothing brand, things would have been so much better. And deep down, I know that none of that is true. If I spend a lot of time to journal, to talk to myself, I know that it isn't true because I'm not a failure. I'm just 24 years old and I still have a lot of time to accomplish all of the things I want to do. And I work hard and I never give up. And I have a lot of I had a lot of good attributes and an amazing work ethic, and there are so many great things I can do and I have done and I have accomplished. So how come I still feel like a failure? Everything is really in my own head, and I'm telling you this because there are people out there that feel exactly the same way, and I believe that being open about our struggles, talking about the things we are struggling with, can make it feel like you're less alone, because I am not alone and you are not alone, and everything will become better. I know that, you know that, but we wish that things could be good right now. I wish that I could feel like my dreams weren't too far-fetched, like there was a possibility for me to become the person I want and do the things I want. And there is. I just want to feel that way as well. I want to wake up, look at myself in the mirror, and feel like I am a person that can do all of the things I want to do. And I am, just like you are. We can do everything we put our mind to, but just like you and just like me, we tend to get impatient. So I wished that I have accomplished a lot more at this point in my life, and I still may have accomplished a lot more than most people do in their whole entire life. I have been able to write and self-publish a book. I have been able to grow my following on TikTok to 30K. I have been able to find a job I really love. I've been able to have several jobs that have been an amazing experience. I've been able to co-found a clothing brand and get a video out to 7.2 million people. But I've done a lot of mistakes on the way as well. So I might have failed, I might have made mistakes, but I am not a failure. That's probably the thing I should tell myself all the time. I have failed, but I am not a failure. And failing isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's the only way we can learn, only way we can become better. But the last time I failed in public, which has been really, really hard and difficult. So I've had to endure and experience things that most people might not have experienced. I have sat on the bus and people have made fun of my nose, my face, told me I was a failure. It doesn't happen too often, but it happens around once every other month, maybe even once each month. I have been so scared to walk out of my house without my AirPods on, so I can't hear whenever they make fun of me. I've been scared to post things online or post things to social media on my job, which is terrible because I work in social media marketing. So my job is actually to posting, but I have stopped posting things because I feel like nothing I do is good. And at some point, I just had to post it no matter how I personally felt about it, because because it has I have to do it. It's that simple. If I listened to the voice inside of my head that told me I wasn't good enough every single time I felt that way, I would probably do absolutely nothing. I would probably have given up on everything and my life wouldn't be as good as it is today. It's really easy to feel like a failure when we turn our phones on or turn our computer on and we start thinking about where other people are on their journey. But just like every book is different, every person, every story we have is different. Some people might be able to accomplish everything they want when they're 18. Some people might do it when they're 30. Some people might even do it when they're 50. We have all heard the stories of people, quote unquote, making it in different time in their lives. But I know that it still is really easy to get impatient to go and watch TikTok videos or Instagram videos of people who have made it and feel like you are a complete failure. It is so easy to picture that your life would look so different now than it did 4 or 5 years ago. I at least did that. I pictured myself a whole nother life 5 years ago, but I didn't get there because that wasn't a part of my journey. My story is a little bit different than I pictured it for myself, and your story might be a little bit different from what you pictured, but it is your story. And as long as you continue to dream and you continue to hold on to the hope, everything is possible. You will be able to do all the things you want, or you might even have to change up your goals at least a little bit. But the main goal should be to become happy. And I should probably focus a lot more on that, as should you. It isn't about doing the most things possible every single day. It is about finding the things that give you joy and trying to do the most of the things that can make you a little bit happier. I'm scared that I will forever feel like a failure, but deep down, I know that I won't, because just like everyone else, I have attributes, I have talents, and I just need to lean on them, practice, become better, and not only do the work that is necessary to achieve the things I want, but I also have to learn to enjoy the process. The process often takes more time than you get in the destination, so the journey is longer than the destination. That's what I'm trying to say. My English isn't the best. That is also something I've been mocked for my whole life, which makes this really hard. But as I said, sometimes you just have to. And I just want you to know that it's okay to feel like a failure, but okay doesn't mean that it is true. And just remember that things do get better, and mental health and coming back from a terrible depression or just being really sad isn't a streamlined process. Sometimes you take 2 steps forwards and 5 backwards. I'm taking a couple of steps backwards, but I have a whole nother toolbox right now. So if this had happened to me, if I felt like a failure a year or even 6 to 8 months ago, I would probably have broken down completely. But now I have a whole nother toolbox which keeps me going, which makes me film this video just to tell you that it's okay to feel the way you feel right now, and that you will get through it. And if no one has told you this today, I just need you to know that I'm really proud of you, and everything is going to be okay.